everyone, Arya Shades ABA here, and welcome back to another character summary video. Today, we are going to be talking about the last of the main 8 OCs in Arcana Misfortune Season 1, that being Rose. Now, Rose here is very special. She is was my first Professor Layton OC, and she's been around a long time. However, Rose has gone through some changes, and I'm always excited to talk about Rose and Professor Layton in general, because Professor Layton is not necessarily a well-known game series in immediate. And that is okay. I understand that. It's not at everybody's taste. But sometimes it's just nice to get to talk to other people about it. Rose here is actually a princess. Now, if you know any of the Professor Layton lore, spoilers by the way, you know that there are kingdoms in the earlier parts of the series, in the earlier trilogy, that connect to a secret. Part of that secret involves a secret that is surrounding a hidden kingdom where Rose and her family live. Rose has always been interested in going down to the land below to learn about humans. Her mother absolutely would not allow it. Her father had spent his entire life studying them, and unfortunately he passed away. No one knew exactly why. Doctors said it was due to a sickness, but due to her mother's slight paranoia, anything that was connected to humans was now off limits. So Rose, being curious like her father, decided to run away in order to go see the humans, and that is where she met Luke. Now, they are humans just like Luke and the others are, but they were raised to believe that they are different, because at a certain age the royal families get these things called these mechanical wings that are basically sort of embedded into their body permanently, basically treating them like other beings. Depending on the family, the wings are different. The royals have butterfly wings to represent beauty and strength and power. But eventually, Luke and Professor Layton end up finding out about her identity. Her mother obviously tries to get her to come back, and to save Luke's life, she ends up leaving Earth and going back to her home in the sky. Eventually, later, she comes back down as an adult when she basically comes of age around the age of 24. And she comes back to London and meets up with Luke again, and the rest is history. Just for future reference as well, the anime canon is not true in this case. I'm sticking to my own AU and lore. And, well, basically that's that. Rose is very smart, natural puzzle solver, natural problem solver, very much a rational thinker. She has a rose that allows her to do different types of magic and spells depending on how she puts the pieces together. People call it magic, but in reality, it's just a giant contraption. She lets people believe what they believe, though, because she knows that it's not it's not inconceivable to see something like that as magical. Rose is definitely very quiet. Normally, she doesn't speak a whole lot. She focuses more on her inner self and oftentimes ends up getting stuck in her own head, which is both good and bad at the same time. It means that she is a quick thinker and she knows how to deal with problems very easily, but that also means she can sit in her head for a while and end up overthinking things. That's kind of what Luke has to get her out of her own head sometimes. And the whole thing with Rose is that she's supposed to represent this beautiful being, but in reality, she's just human, just like the rest of them. Just with, unfortunately, some mechanical things attached. She does have a little brother and a little sister. Little brother's name is Desmond, and little sister's name is Sarah. They end up coming in later in the story, as well as her mother, Godelia. Godelia is a very paranoid woman, but she is genuinely just trying to protect her children. The whole thing with Professor Layton that's always stuck out to me is the fact that it's all mysteries that seem mystical and fantastical, and then they end up being these machines that do incredibly amazing things, but that's all they are. They're just machines. That's why I thought that an interesting turn on that would be fitting. Now, let me see here. Let me pull up our lovely character sheet provided by, as always, the lovely Stampa Meow. So here we are. This is Rose's character sheet. As you can see, she is a very slender build. She's a very lovely young lady, age 24. This is her season 3 design and onward. As you can see, her hair is bright red, hence the name Rose, and her eyes are bright green, representing her royal status, because most of the members of the royal family have green eyes or brown eyes, depending on if they are male or female, her little sister being an exception because she has heterochromia. And there is the back is completely blank. She doesn't wear anything too heavy because she feels that it would interrupt her. Plus, if she needs to get her wings out, she needs something that can easily be tearable. She has this little belt, and she definitely looks like she's wearing an equestrian horse rider outfit, which I think is quite smart. Stampa did a great job with choosing this, as always. I love the tall boots. I love everything about it. Rose is very demure, very beautiful, very sweet, but don't test her. She can get very angry if you push her too far. Rose is one of those characters you do not want to mess with, ever. So just beware of that in case you're in the Professor Layton neighborhood. So we have a couple of profiles here. We have the top one, which is a 3/4 profile, a side profile, and a front profile. As you can see, Rose's features are very soft, but she does have a feel of very, very, very regal. As we've seen in her original design from Season 1 and Season 2, Rose is very quiet. Rose is very to herself, but she is always willing to help others. If you look to the right, you see her holding her mechanical rose. The green light means that it's healing magic. If it's blue light, it's ice. If it's orange/red, it's fire. If it's yellow, it's electricity. If it's white, it's light. And if it's black, it is darkness. The darkness energy is hard to conjure because she literally has to be in a place with shadow in order to activate it. Same with light. She has to be in a place that has light in order to manipulate the light. The one in the very top right is my favorite out of these little sketches. Classic derpy pose from Stampa. She's looking at her hands like, what? What is this? She's basically looking at her little nub hands like, what the heck is going on? I wouldn't blame her. I would be confused if I had nub hands too. And the last one is definitely a representation of Rose's abilities. Her hair is down, flowing in the wind, and that is an orange light, meaning fire magic. And Rose's eyes are glowing to represent her status and abilities. It's quite impressive. to see how something that normal people would see as something mystical and fantastical can easily be manipulated by machinery, which is what I love about the whole aspect of Professor Layton. Anyways, I believe that that is it for today. Hope you all enjoyed this. Next time, we'll be going on to the secondary 8, and they will be focusing on these characters that we see in Season 2. The villains and other characters revolving around Arcana Misfortune, the original characters of Arcana Misfortune, will have their own character summaries as well, but they will be until after the story of Arcana Misfortune is complete. So for the next 8 episodes, you can expect to see Luna, Topaz, Diamond, Violet, Aqua, Crystal, Gwen, and Lapis. Hope you all are looking forward to that, because I am looking forward to talking to you about them. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye! Stay sharp, Shade Slayers!